let's start this video by doing what we all like doing, which is take the mickey out of Piers Morgan. I was talking to Jonathan, who does the voiceovers for the Lotus Eaters a while ago, about Piers and why he is such a contentious wanker. Here's the hypothesis that I came up with. And I've spoken about the good to bad split. Piers is about 10 to 90, I would say. And no one is splicing clips of Piers marketing himself. His marketing comes from one vein, really. So you're going to get that 10 to 90 split from just the one place. Here's something you notice about the left and the right. The right values consistency, and the left values that cult-like purity. Piers in no way has the fortitude to remain consistent enough to qualify as a valued member of the right. And he is just too rebellious to remain pure to be liked by the left. The right thinks he's too much of a pretentious git, and the left deems him too much of a sinner. That woke collar that he wears so proudly around his neck is not quite that tight. Just enough slack to get him to bark off once in a while, but then he gets yanked right back to the 1090 where he remains pissing off everyone. That is Piers Morgan in a nutshell right there. But credit where it's due, because I'm just so fair and righteous, aren't I? A noble utensil for the ages. And if I ever get that pretentious consistently in my video, you have my permission to thump me over the head with a ladle or something. Or a spatula, because that's one of my favorite words to say. Spatula. Where the hell was I going with this? Oh, right, the tweet, sorry. Piers came out and said, unbelievable, 5 black men kill a black man, but apparently it was because of white supremacy. Race-baiting lies like Dr. Scholler do enormous damage to the cause of racial equality. They don't want racial equality, Piers. That's bad for the grifting business. They don't care to solve any problems, they capitalize on them. Less problems equal less money. It's not exactly rocket science, it's actually very easy. But the reason they won't even address any of those problems is because it requires one to admit some uncomfortable facts that no one has the balls to admit to, like humans are obviously not at all equal, but for some bizarre reason, we would rather stew in suicidal ignorant stupidity than acknowledge the quiet part out loud that everyone is already thinking and has been thinking for decades because we're not blind. In case this isn't obvious, this is a reference to the 5 black police officers who killed Tyre Nichols a few days ago. But anyway, let's hear from this demented mad one over here.
Nothing will change until we eradicate the source of this problem, which is white supremacy.
Oh, and here I thought the problem was crime.
Listen, the vicious and brutal, unjust...
black that killed them.
This is why I'm about to educate some people right now. The vicious, brutal... This is why I'm about to educate some people right now.
Let's be honest here for a moment, shall we? We all know the only thing she's going to educate all of us on is how you can talk an endless mountain of shite and never address the freaking problem.
The vicious, brutal, unjustified extrajudicial killing of Tyre Nichols is as a result of a police system that is built on white supremacy. White supremacy underpins the policing and criminal justice system, both in the United States and the United Kingdom. It shapes a culture that sees black people as less, treats black lives as disposable, and ensures
Yeah, you can
black
stop
lives
now.
don't matter.
Heaven's sake, sloganeering drone. How many times did she say white supremacy there? 4 times in under a minute? Now I have to inject IQ back into my audience that I drain making them listen to that stupidity. This entire grift is such empty, vacuous bollocks. Why the hell are these people even allowed a platform to speak when they don't say anything of value? Their entire gig is to spread racial animus and monetize despair. They're a cancer on society. Obviously, they're not going to talk about the fact that 2 of the officers involved here were hired after the BLM riots, and the police decided to drop their hiring standards, more than halving the college credit requirements and eliminating the physical ability test, even offering waivers for felony convictions. Because nothing could possibly go wrong with taking in convicted felons and giving them guns and authority. Oh, here I go again with my bigotry of standards. What a white thing to do. Hell, wasn't there a rumor 3 of these officers were affiliated with a gang or something? The Vice Lords? And there were videos of beatings on their phones? Who the hell knows? It involves government and therefore it's bound to be shady, stupid, and make no damn sense. Like, why the hell do you scream white supremacy, yet these institutions are all bending backwards for diversity, yet trying to figure out that giant lump of ass? It's amazing, isn't it? Only government would be so utterly insane to recruit criminals into their ranks under the guise of fighting crime. Black Suns, anyone? Hey, look, there's less gang members on the streets. We just put them in police uniforms. Problem solved. Unless they, do the exact same thing they used to do, only wearing a different uniform. I want to ask this one. Do you ever take a look around the world? Certain places there's not a white soul to be found, and yet they're buckling loaded to the gills with corruption and violent chaos. Why do you think that is? Idiots. I have more to say on this, but we're going to save that for the next video. And The View, who bizarrely, yet unsurprisingly, said something even stupider than this one. So that'll be all for now. Thank you for watching, and we shall see you all in the next video.